Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of the Clipper Nation. Thank you so much for joining me on August 29th. That is a Tuesday. And today we're going to begin the activities for week 2 of Clipper's fourth adventure, Clipper Sales. Last week we learned all about the sale token, learned its tokenomics, and kind of what its utility is. And here we're going to use that utility because week 2 is all about governance. We're going to learn how you can submit proposals, how you can vote on those proposals, just what the whole process is. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the agenda of today's talk so that everyone knows what's going on at the front. We're going to do a presentation from Tezzy, which is recorded, and then we'll just have a bunch of fun. So let's go quickly through the agenda. We'll start with this governance presentation. You can see on the screen is a slideshow made by Tezzy. She also has an accompanying loom, which we're going to play for everyone. What I'm going to do is I will post the link to the slideshow in chat in case you want to follow along. After we do the presentation, we are going to go through the week 2 activities, which are, you can see, all of the quest and tasks, all of the governance proposals that we're asking you to do, all that kind of stuff. We'll just kind of explain what you need to do. Then we're going to go in depth into the governance battle proposals, which is sort of the big ask for you all to do outside of the quest and tasks. Then we're going to talk about any other proposals that you may want to put on the board. And then we're going to head over to Adventure Court to kind of settle some of the controversy and drama, because honestly, we don't know who's winning week 1 because there's an outstanding issue. We have a bunch of people that have earned thousands of points by earning the NFTs over and over and over again. So we need to decide what we're going to do. And because this is a democracy, this is decentralized governance, we're going to put it to you to vote on how things should go. And we'll decide who is in fact in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place, which is important because whoever is in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth place, they get their first picks of which governance battle proposals they want to work on. And these deal with very important issues. So then after that, we'll award the final points for week 1. I will give a chance for any captains or any crew members or any adventurers, if they want, to come up and speak about their experiences so far. We'll have time for questions, both on the adventure, and I'm sure people have questions about sale token as well as the L2 drop. And of course, we will do lots and lots of giveaways. So that's the introduction. Before we go into the presentation, you know what? We did one right before we hit record. Let's do another one. Let's do one quick giveaway in the main stage channel. G-Create. We'll make this one only 10 seconds. Because we got to get to our presentation. 1 winner, 10 Matic. Here it comes. Make sure to react. If you are in chat, look at you. You will be getting, we're just giving away funds. That's how we do when we're doing the adventure. We're giving away just hundreds and hundreds of Matic because we want you all to learn. Barbarossa, congratulations. Let me put you on the list. And now we're going to go into the presentation. Okay, so I posted the link to the slides, and what I'm going to do now, I have to turn off my mic so that you can hear the presentation. So I'm going to get it started, and you all let me know if you can hear it, okay? So I'm going to pull out my mic now, and I need someone in chat to let me know if they can hear when I start this thing. And let's turn the volume up real loud. Here we go.
Hello, welcome to a quick little talk about Admiral DAO, the governance decentralized autonomous organization. It is a DAO for builders. So Admiral DAO's mission is to empower people to trade in free and fair markets. Admiral DAO was created as a platform for others to build and launch products beyond Clipper, even outside of decentralized exchanges. And when we say builders, the word builder really goes beyond just developers. It includes individuals that write content, that perhaps do marketing, that are phenomenal designers, or creative captains of the community, sort of steering people forward, or different business functional leads. Essentially, the DAO was designed as a nonprofit DAO, which is very different than other DAOs that you might see out there in crypto, which have the foundation model. And the intention is really to give token holders or members of the DAO greater autonomy and decision-making power. So what makes up the DAO? So this DAO is supported by Admiralty LLC, a nonprofit member-managed LLC domiciled in the Marshall Islands. It's governed by what I consider, three different groups. So the members are the token holders, so sale token holders. Operators are also sale token holders, and they've been elected to actively contribute to the operations and the value creation of projects in the DAO. This includes people that, are the captains, are ambassadors, actively contribute to the DAO and perhaps want to have more responsibility in making and pushing decisions forward. The Security Council is the multi-sig signer, and the Security Council exists to essentially just fulfill the wishes of the members. So it takes instruction from the token members and then acts on that instruction. The principles of the DAO. So this is the essence of the DAO, how it was designed in theory, in terms of how do you get a whole group of people working together to spin up either new projects or make some decisions on those projects. So the very first one is power to the doers. That is very important, and that's why this particular DAO was created as a nonprofit DAO. And there's pros and cons of nonprofit DAO versus the foundational DAOs in terms of decentralization ability. So decentralization is also really important, empowering token holders and community participants in the ability to truly have like a voice in the way that things get built. Transparency. It's very important that governance processes, proposals, and any voting outcomes are open. So for instance, right now, the way that communication happens around proposals is in Clipper's Discord. There is like a collection of channels that walk you through how to submit a proposal. It sees the latest proposals on there. It shows what the community is currently discussing. And then an on-chain vote would happen in the tool snapshot. And then the operational efficiency is really important. So a lot of these like Web3 products are pretty technically sophisticated. They require informed users and participants to be able to determine what should constitute the roadmap and what are these different features that need to go in. So for the operational efficiency, to make sure that that's like a principle of the DAO, it's been designed to account for these operators. So people willing to step up, elected from the community, that are willing to kind of take on a more active role in contributing. How governance works. This is the proposal process. So the proposal process follows perhaps like standard other proposal processes from other DAOs. It's segmented into 4 different phases. Phase 1 is an off-chain discussion. It happens in Discord. So phase 1 and phase 2 both happen in Discord. Somebody would look at the proposal template or begin an initial discussion, start conversing with the community, then write a proposal based off of the template. So the template was actually created from like a design thinking inspired. The reason being is to make it easier for people to come up with their ideas, but also stress test them a little bit from like a business perspective and a technical feasibility perspective. That template is then going to be proposed in the temperature check. Depending on how people vote, if the temperature check passes, then it would go to an on-chain snapshot vote. You need a certain number of sale to be able to propose something in snapshot. People vote, and then Admiral DAO actually uses a quadratic voting to reduce like majority token holder impact on snapshot. And lastly, if that passes, everything goes okay, then the waiting period is about 3 days. At that point, the community can decide which point, where do the different proposals go in the roadmap? And so what should operators focus on building? All of this information can be found in the docs page. So I'd encourage you to save this particular link. It's the Gitbook for Admiralty. It walks through everything in terms of the latest processes. It walks through how farming works, how tokenomics works, and basically any additional updates or anything the community might suggest that they do, it'll be updated in Gitbook. You can become an informed token holder by joining Clipper Discord. That is where the governance, informal discussions, and temperature check will occur. you'll be able to have access to that channel if you hold sale, and you'll have to verify that you hold sale in your wallet to be able to have access to that particular area within Discord. So on-chain voting will happen in Snapshot, that is also sale token gated. You can become an operator of the DAO, so you can essentially run to become elected as an operator. And then lastly, as I mentioned, the docs for admiraldao.xyz is the best place to see the latest information there. What you could do now is you can check your eligibility to claim sale. So sale has been airdropped on Ethereum. Layer 2 is happening very, very soon. You can also mine, like you can farm sale by contributing liquidity to Clipper's core Ethereum pool. And lastly, you can participate in governance. So coming up in the adventure, you'll have the opportunity to contribute to governance, even if you are not a sale token holder. It's been designed in a way to, overcome some of the hurdles of what it's actually like to participate in governance. I know myself, when I was starting out and I'd never contributed to a DAO before, it felt overwhelming not to know, what's the first step that I do? Who do I talk to? What's the actual process? How do I get my idea into the DAO's roadmap? And so the adventure's been designed with that in mind, just to give everyone the opportunity to go through that in a way that it's fun and encouraging. So yeah, there you have it. That's the governance process for Admiral DAO. It's called the DAO for DeFi Builders. The website is admiraldao.xyz, and there are several projects under Admiral DAO, not only Clipper. Thank you. Hello.
Thanks, everyone. Let me make sure I had to plug my mic back in, so just let me know that you can hear me. And while we do that quick transition, as always, let's do a giveaway. So thank you so much to Tezzy for explaining. Her and a lot of the people on team spent a lot of time working on the best way to make sure that this is a good governance process. But while we do this transition, let's of course do another giveaway right here. And someone please confirm that you can hear me, and we'll just keep going with our presentation. And who's our winner this time around? Oh, no winner, because I don't look like people hear me. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and enter this one more time. All right, thanks guys. I guess it was waiting for me to find out if you could hear me. Okay, let's make it 15 seconds, one winner, 10 Matic, starting now. All right, so that was a presentation by Tenzi on the governance process. So now what we're going to do is go through the week 2 activities to talk about how you can use this governance process. I think I should also walk you through where this stuff exists in Discord. So why don't we start with that? Who's our winner? Real Newbie. Congratulations to Real Newbie, a member since June of 2022. Congrats. Let me add you to the list, along with Cutie Yaya Barbarossa and now Real Newbie. It's really nice to see new winners in here. Okay, so before we go into the actual quest and week 2 activities, why don't I show you where all this can happen? So first off, you can see the governance channels if you have the Adventure 4 role, but that's only during the adventure. After the adventure, you need the sale token holder role. And the way that you get that is guild.xyz/clipper. If you hold at least one sale, you can earn the role. You don't have to go to guild.xyz.clipper. You can actually do it. Oops. You can actually do it within the Discord by going to guild.xyz/join. You hit join Clipper, and it will verify what roles you have. Let me actually do that in a bigger Discord so that you can actually see. So you can go to Discord, guild.xyz join. Here, let's make that a little bit bigger. And if you hit this, it will show you the roles that you can get. And if you get the sale token holder role, then you can scroll down here to community governance. And as I said, if you have the Adventure 4 role, you can see this, but later on you're going to need the Sale Token Holder role. And this explains the process. It kind of goes through the phase one proposal. The two phases that happen in Discord are the proposal and temperature check. So the first thing is proposal. And you come in here and anyone can post a proposal. Anyone. You don't have to have a certain amount of sale. So you can see right here, for instance, Captain T made the staking program for distribution of Clipper revenues. And it's actually just past the amount of time that can go up on Snapshot. So we'll let you know when it goes on Snapshot. I think this is a really super cool idea. Anyone can post here in the proposal. The only requirement is that it stays up for at least 48 hours, and it gets, I think it even needs a certain amount of checks to it, but I need to relook at the docs again because I can't remember off the top. But once it's past the proposal time limit, then it can be posted in the temperature check channel. Now this requires an operator. You see Barbarossa is an operator. And right now, all the operators are the Adventure 4 captains, but we're going to have elections, which you will design to decide who the operators are. Only operators can post it in here. And what this is it has to stay up for at least, the time is, for the adventure, we're going to relax the time requirements because activities only last a week. But normally it has to stay here for 5 days and get a certain amount of up, and it can't have a certain amount of against. And if it passes the temperature check, then it gets posted to Snapshot or it gets posted to on-chain. And when it's on-chain, I believe you need to have at least 30,000 sale to put it on. So you need to, if you don't have 30,000 sale, you need to either pool your sale with some buddies or find someone who's got 30,000 to post it for you. So that's how proposals work. And now you know. So let's hop into what you could actually do for this week. And should I read a little bit of the story? Well, welcome Seasoned Adventurers. You have completed week 1 of Clipper Sales Adventure, and now you're a stakeholder in Clipper Dex and a holder of Sale Token. Now that you have skin in the game, you must learn about how Clippers are governed. In this week, we'll learn about Admiral DAO, what constitutes membership, submitting proposals, voting on them, and all aspects of Clipper governance. So here are the things that we're going to do. You just attended the presentation. Congratulations. And we're going to record this and put it out for other people. We are going to submit the governance battle proposals based on 3 important governance topics. We're going to go into this a little bit later because this is a huge topic. You're welcome to submit silly proposals for the fun and amusement of your ships. The sillier and the funnier they are, we will give you points based on that and based on the number of points they get. So if you want to see pictures of your captains wearing silly pirate hats, or you want to make sure that we submit ridiculous artwork, like, let's have some fun. We're in the adventure. So submit some really fun proposals and we'll make sure to reward the best ones with points for your team, points for you, and even the best ones. I'm happy to actually give out Sail and Matic and these types of funds for that as well. Next, this is a coded image. You can see this image in this document, which is posted in Adventure 4. And then you can go to Zeely and you can guess what you think that coded image means. If you get it right, and you can guess once every hour, you will get the A4W2 code breaker role. And then what you need to do is you need to go to Quest N. Let's see if I can remember. Yep, here we go. Go to Quest N, go to the coded image solver, verify that you have the role, and you will get this neat NFT, which is worth 50 points to give to your team. All right, so we're hopping back to talk about what else you can do. We're also having a fun presentation on pirate governance on Friday. This is like actual pirates that lived on pirate ships in the 1800s. They also had their own governance. So this is just kind of a fun session to learn about how did they do it? Did they just chop off people's heads with swords? I don't know. Let's find out when you come to the session on Friday. Let's see. I want to do one thing here. Let's hide that. Perfect. All right. And then you're able to collect Quest N NFTs for doing other Quest N. So we talked about the coded image solver. Your next task is there are 2 quizzes about governance. kind of one is about the operation and makeup of Admiral DAO, and one is how you can actually do governance proposals. Those links are in the week 2 activities document. And the answers to that can be found in the presentation that Angie just gave, that Tezzy just gave, as well as the docs.admiraldao.xyz. They should all be there. And finally, just prove that you watched this presentation. Afterwards, we're going to post this up on YouTube. Just prove that you watched it, earn yourself some more points. Obviously, you can't do that one yet because we are currently in the middle of the presentation. And then finally, it's wonderful if you would tweet out that you completed Clipper Sales Week 2 so we can get more people in here to sign up for the adventure. There's going to be an additional sign-up week next week for anyone who feels like they missed out. All right, we've talked about the activities, the quest and tasks, 2 quizzes, solve the code, prove you watched the presentation. Now we're going to go into governance battle proposals, but because it's been a while, let's go ahead and do another giveaway. All right, so hop into chat. We'll make it 10 seconds long, 1 Matic, 1 winner, 10 Matic. I see a question, when is the L2 drop? Look, the answer that I've been giving in chat, and is the true answer, is the lessons that we learned from the L1 drop and how people were disappointed that they weren't in it for whatever reason. We're like making sure that we get the L2 drop correct and also launching a large appeals with it. So we'll give you information when it comes out. But it's, as I said, we want it to be measured in weeks. The drop was the 22nd. We're about a week later. So hopefully in the next week or so, we'll get that out to you. If you're not included in the L1 or the L2 drop, we'll have a rigorous appeals. If you were included in L1, it's likely that you will not be included in L2 just for simplicity. But if you think that you deserve more, go ahead and put yourself in the appeal sheet. And we're going to be a little bit more open and transparent. Well, we're going to show all the roles that you are eligible for. And so if you earn that role in good faith and you weren't in the L1 or the L2 drop, we will make sure that you get rewarded. Okay. Real Newbie wins again. Congratulations. All right, I'm putting you in for ×2, but I'm saying from now, for the rest of the show, we're not having any repeat winners, so I'll just randomly assign it to someone after that. But congratulations, Real Newbie. Pretty nice that you showed up. Get yourself 20 Matic. All right, so let's talk now about the governance battle propositions, the governance battle proposals. So let's click this link. Here we go. This is also in the Adventure 4 activities, week 2 activity sheet. So this engaging and vital activity is designed to give you, the Clipper Decks community, especially the adventurers, practice in designing proposals that lead Clipper Decks forward in the best way possible. There are 3 critical proposals. First is designing a proposal that fulfills the future behavior criterion of our 2 million collab grant. The second is implementing working groups and operator elections. And the third is formulating a plan for the distribution of the community residual, aka the Adventure 4 rewards to adventure participants. So the way this works, you can see there's 3 proposals and there are 6 ships. So each ship, or 2 ships, will each be assigned 1 proposal. And they'll have to battle with competing proposals to see which is the best one moving forward. And the way that we're going to pick out who gets to choose those proposals is based on the ranking from week 1. So we're going to talk about who is week 1, and then the captains are going to choose their proposals, and then you guys can get started on it. But let's quickly go through a little bit in more detail what these proposals mean, and then let's figure out who is first place so we can start assigning the proposals. So the instructions is that the captains in first place will select the proposal they wish to work on. Second, the captains of the team in second place will choose the next one they want to work on, all the way down the line. Once the 3 proposals are assigned to 2 teams, each ship must work to put forward the best version of the proposal. You guys can do that by working together within your ship or having an inter-ship competition. We have about 48 hours to put forward the best proposal from your ship. And then they're going to be voted on in Discord. And the best one, the one that wins out of the 2 proposals, will move forward to the snapshot vote. And that's how Clipper Decks will move forward on that. So what are a little bit more details about the proposals? So we were awarded a grant of about 3 million collab. We gave out 1 million of it. But the other 2 million is in like what the grant that was given to us, it is to incentivize future behavior, and really not much more than that. So we want you to design what that future behavior is, so we can just go out and start giving away that 2 million collab. So look, I mean, should it be depositing into ETH mainnet? Should it be trading on Optimism? Should it be depositing into a sale cove on Optimism? You design the proposal and you decide what it is. And if whatever wins out, that's how we will distribute that 2 million incentivized rewards. So that's one of the proposals. The next is the working group and operator elections. We talked about what operators are. We can click through to the kind of operator roles and responsibilities. Basically, you just are doers within the community. And also, you're the people that are allowed to post to snapshot and post to temperature check. So becoming an operator is a big responsibility for Admiral DAO and Clipper, and we want you to design what is the election process to get someone to be an operator. So that's the second proposal. All right, the third governance proposal is, personally, this is the one that I'm most excited about, but whatever, I like adventure, so what can I say? In the airdrop so far, we had set aside a pretty significant amount to reward the thousands of people that signed up. We have set aside the same amount for Adventure 4, and we want you to decide how to distribute it. Another thing that's a little bit of a silver lining here is I think a number of people were a little disappointed about how the sale drop went, and so they're not participating in the adventure, which means that there's a lot less people, so the rewards are going to go a lot further this way around, So if you finish the adventure, you should probably get a pretty nice reward. And for this proposal, you guys will get to decide how the Adventure 4 rewards will be laid out to people. So in the past, basically, if you were able to finish the adventure, you got to keep your role, and those people got a certain drop or a certain amount of reward. And the people that won, generally Bloodsail Bandit, would get a second portion. And then there were kind of individual rewards for certain tasks, like being a code breaker, being a gunner, et cetera, et cetera. You guys get to decide. If you like that format, go ahead and submit that proposal. If you want first place to get 20%, second place to get 15%, down the line, go for that. If you want to set aside a certain amount for your captains, if you want to set aside a certain amount for the people that participated during Adventure When month, it is up to you to decide how the Adventure 4 rewards will be distributed. So those are the 3 battle proposals. Now we just need to assign them to the ships. So that brings us to, actually before we do that, so these are the kind of big proposals, but as I stated, there are other proposals that we want you to do, which are the kind of silly, fun proposals. That's talking about, like, get your captains to wear silly hats and take pictures of them. But also not so silly stuff like what we're about to do in Adventure Court, which is how should we handle the people that are, let me pop this open. How should we handle the people that have 29,000 points because they did 100 plus? They purchased up all the NFTs and sent them to themselves. Like, should that score be counted, or should we only count the very first one? So we need a proposal based on that. You're also welcome to give us proposals on where you think Clipper sale should be listed. And if the community agrees with you, get enough votes, we're going to move forward with that. So we really want the community to participate, because the community is the DAO. The community is Clipper. And we want you to govern how Clipper Dex moves forward. So really participate in the governance, as we talked about, by submitting proposals in the governance. All right. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Adventure Court, and we're going to find out how we should determine the ranking for week 1, because we can't know who's in first place until we decide if we're going to allow people to count hundreds and hundreds of NFTs. So Captain T, if you're in the channel, if you want, you're welcome to come up on stage and you can present this part. Otherwise, we'll go to Adventure Court and, all right, let me pop Adventure Court in here. Court. There we go. Head over to Adventure Court, and we're going to take a quick vote. Captain T, if you want to talk, now's your chance to hop up. All right, at Adventure for Sales. So obviously there's many ways to do governance. Actually, no, why don't I actually do it on screen? Let's go to Adventure Court. Here we go. And normally our governance would be through the proposal and wait 48 hours, but we need to, we might do some accelerated stuff during the adventure because it is just for fun. And we also need answers. So we're going to do a quick vote, Adventure for Clipper Sales. And we're only going to hold this vote open for about 5 minutes because we need to figure this out. Should we allow multiple NFTs to count towards a person's score during the adventure? Or should we only allow the first instance of the NFT to count toward their score? Vote will remain open for 3 minutes. Vote check mark. We'll do this check mark. There we go. Vote check mark if want to allow multiple NFTs. Vote X if only allow one NFT. Let's go. Let's start it right now. I'm going to I'll do a check right here. And I will do an X right here. And while we wait, we'll do a giveaway. So head over to Adventure Court and please, can everyone see this or let's find out. Yes, they can. Good. So, well, that's a pretty close vote, guys. But I'll tell you what, in the spirit, I'll leave this open for, let's change this. We'll leave this open for 10 minutes. Open for 10 minutes and into the end of the presentation. That way we'll give people a chance to vote. And I'm going to end this presentation. And at the end of the presentation, we'll, if they decide to count multiple NFTs, let's see. If the multiple NFTs wins, then Bloodsail Bandit will be in first place, Amaranth Argo in second, Flying Dutchman in third, Fleet Elite in fourth, Golden Galleon in fifth, Sapphire Sphinx in sixth. If they vote to turn off multiple NFTs, I will make that adjustment and I will post the final score. I'll message the captains, and then you captains get to choose which governance proposals you want to work on. There's actually one outstanding score that we need to talk about that I haven't added yet, and I'll make sure to add it to the ships, and that is based on the participation of the ships in depositing into the ETH mainnet, and it looks to me like Amaranth Argo deposited the most, Flying Dutchman the next, then Bloodsail Bandit, Fleet Elite, Golden Galleon, and Sapphire Sphinx. Really nice participation, guys. So I will award 10,000 points, 8,000 points, 6,000 points, 4,000 points, 2,000 points, and 1,000 points as soon as this presentation is over and once the vote is done, and then we will post the final score. Let's check in what the score is right now, but that's so close. Wow. So hang on. It is 10:05. At 10:10, I'm going to close this vote. So you guys got 5 more minutes. Get people in there to vote on this thing. You got 5 minutes, and let's finish up with a giveaway. And I'm going to hop into main stage and see if anyone has questions for me. Do I participate in Real Newbie? You can participate in the next giveaway, but if you win, you're not going to get it. All right. Time for questions at me, and in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway right now. G-Create. We'll make it 15 seconds, 1 winner, 10 Matic, and I'm putting in the description, not Real Newbie, rip. All right. It's looking like the no's are winning out. Is there a way to fix Quest N and allow multiple answers? Okay, John Smith 323. There is not a way. That's Quest N is a third-party platform, and if you get it wrong, it's just they don't let you do it again. The workaround for this is basically how everyone found the loophole, which is you sign up with a different wallet, you earn it with a different wallet, and you transfer that NFT to your adventure controlled wallet. But really, you just need to be very careful when you select your answers. Otherwise, you need to go through and do that workaround. Okay. Chige, Chige, congratulations. I'm adding you to the list of winners. Super happy that we did that. And should we do one more giveaway and then end this call while we wait for more questions? I don't see why not. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to end the recording because YouTube can't win, but we will do one more giveaway. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. Make sure to check out the link on the DAO for builders so you can learn how governance works. The links will be posted in Discord. You can always go to docs.admiraldao.xyz to go through the governance process. If you are part of the adventure, make sure that let's go to my page, because if you're on your page, you can actually go to the quests. Oh, you know what? I actually need to add them. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to add the week 2 quests so that they show up here in the adventure tasks. Make sure to do all your week 2 quests. And, oh man, I didn't even read any of the... There's such a great story. This call got too long, but maybe I'll go ahead and read it to you all later. But as the sun rose on a new day in Clippertopia, the shipwrecked sailors, now budding pirates of the Clipper community, gathered in the island's grand assembly hall. Look how freaking cool that assembly hall is. All right, there's a long story. It's really fun. I had a lot of fun writing it. Be there, read it, and enjoy yourselves. All right, and then after you've read the story, make sure you do your quest and activities. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to stop the recording and do a giveaway to everyone who is here live. All the 118 people, we had 160 at max. Bye-bye.